I love Bob Ross. um, were there any struggles you had to face that led you to doing art therapy? How'd you and if there were, how did you overcome those struggles?
It's really interesting because I think about that quite often. And growing up, you know, you know, being from a marginalized community,
Mm,
identifying this way, feeling othered, experiences of definitely like diagnosis of depression, anxiety, and really being a place of like isolation. And I've
mm,
always leaned towards like creativity and artwork. And interesting enough, when I was younger, it was really like I didn't want to kind of show it or like I was into it. I was very insecure about it. And I was always doodling, always drawing, or like really kind of like experimenting with things like, these days I'm really into sewing. That's something I picked up during the pandemic. And that's what I call sewing. It's really just kind of trying to figure these things out. And I think, you know, what helped me, during those times of struggle, it was really kind of finding my resilience and my voice within artwork. So, getting support around the things that were going on with me, at the same time, like having people around me that really were into artwork, right? And gave me kind of the permission to be myself and be authentic around artwork. And I don't know. And then once that kind of happened, it just kind of the floodgates just opened, and I was able to explore all aspects of what made sense for me around artwork. So um, I've always found artwork to be quite grounding and healing. Like it's
mm,
something I feel like, I identify as Korean. And I think, when I think about kind of the history of Korea and also my people's about like artwork, and then with many folks out there, like artwork is been so woven into identity and culture. And I think what I'm really kind of like jazzed about these days is like finding like kind of how art looks like, in different places, and trying to explore that a little bit more. So I think for me, artwork was the one tether for me, like really helped me find like-minded folks and my peoples. And I feel like I'm really plugged into the art therapy community, which I love, and now I have an opportunity to give back in a lot of ways as, as faculty and as like a supervisor in some ways, and mentoring and whatnot. So I think it's this full circle moment of like kind of learning and then coming back, and then also feeling connected to that community.
yeah, I relate to a lot of what you just said there, as someone who's part of the 2S LGBTQ community, that sense of community and that sense of belonging really does help with feeling like you can go forth and do something creative, and especially when people kind of, I guess the best word I can use is creative work, um, which I find so ironic because creativity is all around us. Like advertisements you see, that's creativity. That's part of the whole thing. And I think if people were more aware of how much creativity was integral to the culture and everyday lives that we live, maybe that old idea can, maybe change.
If you want to hear more stories, don't forget to subscribe, comment, and like. To support more youth by youth led projects, visit us at youthspeak.ca, where you can donate and spread youth mental health awareness.
YouthSpeak Performance Charity. Speak, inspire, change.